For nearly 3 decades, the F-15 Eagle fighter was considered the undisputed king of the skies. It is an all-weather, extremely maneuverable tactical fighter designed to gain and maintain air superiority in aerial combat. Until the debut of its replacement, the F-22 Raptor, the F-15 was the U.S. Air Force's frontline air superiority fighter. Before the development of the F-22 Raptor, the F-15 Eagle ruled the skies. It replaced the vaunted F-111 as the U.S. military's primary fighter bomber, and for much of its life, it was the fast-moving air superiority fighter, king of all air superiority fighters. Even today, a modernized Eagle is still considered a formidable opponent, and manufacturer, Boeing, has proposed updated versions that could keep the airframe flying for the better part of a century. The F-15 was designed to fly fast and deep into the heart of enemy territory to clear the skies of pesky enemy plane. After Vietnam proved the need for a maneuverable airframe that could evade surface-to-air missiles and engage enemy fighters, the F-15 was developed with radar, missiles, and most importantly, a gun. Those are just a few of its features. This remarkable aircraft is getting up in years. It has been around since the early 70s, but it's still a crucial piece of the U.S. arsenal. According to the U.S. Air Force, it has a perfect combat record with over 100 victories and 0 defeats. As we'll see, its success is due to its phenomenal maneuverability, advanced electronic equipment, and fearsome firepower. The highlights of its career are what makes the airframe a legend. In much of the world, it still rules, and there are many reasons why. Now, let me show you 5 reasons why the F-15 Eagle fighter might be the best fighter of all time. Number 1. It is fast. Welcome to the world of the F-15, whose top speed is about 1,800 miles per hour. Its replacement, the F-22, tops out at just above 1,400 miles per hour. With its weight and speed, once it achieves lift and takeoff, it can shoot up at an almost 90-degree angle. The F-15 was a formidable aircraft. Early versions were powered by 2 Pratt & Whitney F-100 PW100 afterburning turbofan engines, producing 14,500 pounds of static thrust, 23,500 with afterburners. This gave the aircraft a thrust-to-weight ratio of greater than 1, making it so powerful that it was the first fighter to exceed the speed of sound in vertical flight. The F-15 had so much thrust, it could climb to 65,000 feet in just 122 seconds. In horizontal flights, the F-15 could reach speeds of Mach 2.5 and cruise at speeds of Mach 0.9. The F-15's cruising speed is just below the speed of sound. The bird is so fast, some analysts think it's more than a match for Russia's 5th-generation fighters. Number 2. Its impressive kill record. The F-15's first air-to-air kill was on June 27, 1979, when an Israeli Air Force Moshe Melnik shot down a Syrian Air Force MiG-21 in his F-15A. Melnik would eventually down 4 aircraft from F-15As and F-15Cs for a career total of 11 enemy fighters shot down. Melnik's kill was the start of a remarkable string of 104 consecutive air-to-air victories for the F-15, with not a single Eagle lost. By all substantiated accounts, the F-15's record in combat is a whopping 104-0. The F-15 and its variants were used to great effect by Israel against Syria and Lebanon, the United States against Iraq, and the Saudis against Iran. The F-15 was also the airframe Israel used to destroy an Iraqi nuclear facility during Operation Opera. Number 3. Its kills. The F-15 was one of the first airframes that could attack multiple enemy targets simultaneously from ranges of more than 100 miles away. Once closed in, the fighter can pop off enemies with its 6-barrel, air-cooled, electrically fired M61 Vulcan cannon, along with its impressive array of missiles and ground munitions. The Eagle's AN/APG-63 nose-mounted radar was the most advanced of its day, a solid-state radar with look-down, shoot-down capability, and a range of up to 200 miles. This allowed the F-15 to pick out low-flying enemies on radar against the clutter generated by the ground. The radar was also the first to incorporate a programmable system processor, which allowed moderate upgrades to be done via software and not intrusive hardware updates. Number 4. Versatility. If you're looking for an all-weather, maneuverable, super-fast airframe that could carry a lot of missiles, ground bombs, avionics, more fuel, advanced radar, and probably more, you might want to consider the F-15 and its 5 variants. Though 2 are designed to be trainers, the others are designed for air superiority and fulfillment of a dual fighter role, supporting troops on the ground. But even the F-15E Strike Eagle can handle some air-to-air combat, as it proved during Desert Storm. Extraordinarily, the plane is so well built, it can fly with significant stability after losing a wing. Number 5. It can take out satellites in space. When the United States wanted to include destroying Russian satellites as part of its war plans, it had to take into account the fact that the Russian could detect a ground-to-orbit missile launch. So the US developed an anti-satellite missile designed to be fired by an F-15. The system was successfully tested by Air Force Major Wilbert D. Doug Pearson, who is still the only pilot with an air-to-orbit kill, and this is one of the most remarkable feats of military engineering during the Cold War, was the shootdown of an actual satellite by a fighter jet. The incident was the first and only use of the AGM-135 anti-satellite ASAT weapon,